This is the fifth in a series of discussions of issues important for patients with chronic illnesses from mold and post-Lyme. Here's the exercise prescription from Dr. Richie Shoemaker.
In our fourth talk, I talked briefly about capillary hypoperfusion and why that lack of delivery of oxygen into capillary beds is so important for patients with chronic inflammatory response syndromes. One way we can help defeat the consequences of undue protein burning in muscle beds during exercise is to improve blood flow in capillaries, and that's what treatment protocols will help. But more importantly, exercise done in a methodical, daily approach will increase production of a compound called adiponectin that in turn facilitates easy, efficient burning of fatty acids directly in muscle beds. Fatty acids will give us 3 times the energy that sugar will, so that if we can flip over from burning glycogen, and wasteful burning of glycogen is what capillary hypoperfusion will do, if we substitute instead fatty acids, patients will achieve over a fairly short period of time what runners call the second wind, and specifically the extra energy delivery from fatty acids enables people to exercise better and longer. We start with doing a graded exercise, say a treadmill or a bicycle. That's the same exercise every single day. We start with low intensity, keeping the speed and the brake or elevation the same, and start with 5 minutes. The next day, if the patient has overdone it, they won't feel very good. But if it's no big deal to after 5 minutes the day before, he increases to 7 minutes. The third day, if the 7 minutes were tolerated, he'll go to 9. You use this day by day, not skipping a day, not taking time off to go see grandma and skip the exercise, but every single day. When you work your way up to 15 minutes, it's time to add the next set of exercises. You get no extra benefit by doing more than 15 minutes, say of treadmill or bike, but then the second step, after doing some stretching, of course, is to add abdominal exercises. Whether these are sit-ups or leg lifts or crunches, it's an exercise protocol that's done on the floor. As we work abdominal muscles, you start with 5 minutes. After the first 15 of exercise on bike or on treadmill, working your way up with abdominal exercises to 7, 9, all the way up to 15 minutes. After 15 minutes of bike and 15 minutes of abdominal exercises, then and only then do we start upper extremity exercises with free weights, starting with 2.5-pound barbells, 1 in each hand. Do exercises for biceps and triceps, do exercises to help work on pectoralis muscles. We also want to have the arms to the side. We want to have arms come down and down to shoulder width. We want arms down at the side of the legs and then brought up. These 4 opposing sets of exercises are done in a set, and each set involves 8 repetitions of each. As time goes by, patients will be able to do a total of 3 sets of 8 repetitions each for each of these 4 free weight exercises. After that's tolerated for a total of 15 minutes, then patients go back and now they increase the resistance and speed of the bike or the treadmill, working their way up to 15 minutes again. Then secondly, they increase the abdominal exercises. And then third, they now will use a little more weight resistance for the free weights and upper extremity exercises. Done every single day, cycling, continually increasing the workload. After approximately 2 months, patients look better, they feel better, have fantastic improvement in exercise tolerance, and meanwhile, their adiponectin, which we can measure with genomics, is now surging along. It is a wonderful addition to correction of the many different aspects of a chronic inflammatory response syndrome.